Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Mautic Community Sprint, day 3, venue number 3. So you may notice we're in a slightly different place to earlier today. And we're just about to wrap up. It's just coming up to 6 o'clock here in Budapest. And we've had fantastic 3 days, lots of exciting stuff happening, lots of community engagement and teams working together, which has been really fantastic. So I'm going to kick off with the roundup from the community team because Eki is literally just about to take off and fly home to Hanover. So he left some messages for me to say that some of the things the community team have been working on are the Mautic conference preparations. So you will probably have received some emails and pop-ups on mautic.org and notifications about the fact that the conference tickets are now on sale. So make sure you go buy your ticket. Also, we're open for sponsors. So if your company are interested in raising your brand awareness in the community, giving back to Mautic, helping us grow the project and put on a really awesome conference, do think about sponsoring. They've also been working on things like how to improve contribution in Mautic. So this year we have a strategic initiative, which is the Year of the Contributor. And we've been really focusing on how we can improve that experience. So this includes things like outlines of how to get started in guides, but also in videos. We're also setting up a booth at the Mautic Conference Global that I was just mentioning, which is get started with contributing. So you'll have the opportunity to go and chat with people and learn how you can contribute to Mautic during the conference. And a special campaign that we're looking at running perhaps for companies or students to encourage them to get involved with Mautic. Also, being in the same room as the marketing team has really improved cooperation between the community team and the marketing team. And I'm sure you'll hear some of the stuff that the marketing team have been working on over the last 3 days shortly. But it really does make a big difference when you're sitting across the table from someone. You can just go and have a quick chat with them or talk through some ideas. And it's really been great for improving some of the projects that we're working on. So I'm going to hand over to Deborah and Ivana, who are going to talk through what the marketing team have been working on during the sprint. So over to you, folks.
Hello, everyone. So we are nearly done with the planning for the Mautic conference in the social media. So we have like pretty much all of the copies and the visuals, the cards for the social media. So we can get a lot of people to come to the event and to know everything that's going on because there's a lot going on in the conference. We've also worked on graphic designs, so our social media can look like more upbeat and more engaging, and also so that we can have more content on our blog and have more people contributing and making use of our content. And we've also taken some steps towards having like a content guide, so people who are doing their first contribution to the blog have some guidelines that they can look through and feel more comfortable, and also an email automation that we want to make for first-time users, and this also work with the education team. Well, yeah, it's been great.
Awesome. And thanks so much for all your hard work. It really feels like the marketing team is starting to get organized and get things moving. And it's great to see the new visuals finally on the Facebook page. Hooray! Only 3 years overdue. That's fantastic. Well done, guys. Okay, Joey, are you up next to talk about the product team and what you've been up to?
Sure, absolutely. So you guys saw already the list, what we prepared for testing PRs. That also we separated a couple of PRs for first timers, and also I managed to involve other other team members into testing PRs and show how easy it is. So we had a list there for people who testing their first PRs and easy ones. So thank you for completing that. The Mautic 5 also has progressed further, so we are closer to the beta release, a couple of percentages again. And I hope that everybody goes home that way, that they can, do the testing PRs and closing issues on their own until we meet next time again in person. That's it from me.
That's great. Awesome. I'm trying to bring Favor to the stage, but it looks like we're having some technical problems there. So I know that the education team have been working on bringing across the documentation and I've said this already before, so sorry, people will have heard this already, from the old documentation to the new docs. But just to sort of tell you a bit about what that means for us. Firstly, it means we can version our documentation. So we can be working on Mautic 4, which is our current release, and then have a version for Mautic 5. So we can make changes there. So people who are testing Mautic 5 can then look forwards and see what the changes are in the relevant docs. But also it means once we have the English base sorted, we can push those up to Transifex. So people can translate the documentation into their own language on Transifex, which is the tool we currently use for translating Mautic. And it will mean that we're able to provide the documentation in more than just English, which I think is going to be really great. And I hope it will really enable lots of other communities around the world to help us improve our documentation. And then in the very long term, we're planning on moving the docs to within the main Mautic GitHub repository. So that means you have one place to go to make your code contributions or to make your documentation contributions, rather than having to go to 3 separate places to do your developer docs, your end user docs, and your PR. You'll be able to do it all in one place, which will be really, really awesome. So the work that's going on there is fantastic. And the Season of Docs candidate that we hire will also be helping us to accelerate that process and get everything moving forwards. Okay. So we're all about to go home, unfortunately. We've had a really great few days together in Budapest, and really looking forward to the next time that we manage to meet up in person. Before that, though, we've got Mautic Conference Global. So that will be the next time for us to come together and celebrate Mautic on the 8th and 9th of June. So do go and book your tickets if you haven't got them already. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you soon. Does anyone else want to say anything in closing as we close the session? No? All good? Okay. Well, safe travels home, everyone who has been here with us in Budapest. And we're really looking forward to continuing the excitement and energy and enthusiasm in the community going forward. If you want to know more about contributing, do join us on Slack in New Contributors. There's a channel called New Contributors, and we'll be really happy to see you there. Thanks, everyone, for all your awesome work. Have a great week.